So today we are going to have a orientation session. So the orientation session is for 2 days, and we are going to have one day, like in one day, 1 hour session, and the next day tomorrow we will have again 1 hour session at the same time. So if you see the discussion of topic which we are going to talk about today is how AI and machine learning in cybersecurity will shape the future, is what we are going to talk about. So, so in this session, let's have a look and understanding at the challenges the cybersecurity industry is facing, along with the different scopes of artificial intelligence in the cybersecurity. What are the benefits of using the artificial intelligence in cybersecurity? Also, we can try to understand like what AI and the machine learning can do for the cybersecurity, and how is this machine learning used in the cybersecurity, with few of the examples and applications we are going to take a look into. Okay, so this is what we are going to see, and the agenda is also going to be the same. So if you go see the agenda, the same what I had tried to say is that is nothing but beginning. We will just start off with a small introduction about the artificial intelligence, a small history, and the technologies in the AI, because that is very much important for you all to understand the next sections. And then what are the challenges faced by the cybersecurity industry, and what is the scope, benefits, what AI and machine learning can do, machine learning can do for the cybersecurity, how the machine learning is used in the cybersecurity. So these are all things we are going to understand and have a great session, hopefully. Okay, so what is artificial intelligence? So what is it and why does it matter more? Artificial intelligence, AI. Whenever we go outside, there is a lot of lots and lots of like Naukri or anywhere, if you go and search there, like artificial intelligence, machine learning, it's just everywhere, right? So like AI, it's like getting increasingly sophisticated at doing what the humans do. That is the reason, but more efficiently, more quickly, at the lowest cost. Okay, at the very lowest cost. So that is the potential for both the AI and the robotics is very, very vast in most of the domains outside there. So artificial intelligence makes it a very possible for the machines to learn from the experience. Okay, what is artificial intelligence? It is possible for the machines to learn from the experience, adjust to the new inputs, and perform the human-like task. That is what the artificial intelligence is. So most AI example that you hear about today is like from the chess playing computers to self-driving cars, right? Like they rely heavily on the deep learning and the natural language processing. So in case if you don't understand like what is this like what is this particular natural language processing or deep learning, so we will have a understanding about what are those also in the future sections of our in our session. So using these technologies like NLP, that is natural language processing, and the deep learning, computers can be trained to accomplish specific tasks, like by processing very large amount of data and recognizing the patterns in the data. Okay, they are going to recognize the patterns in the data. So that is what the artificial intelligence is all about. So the term artificial intelligence, so let us have a small history, okay, about the AI. So the term artificial intelligence was coined in 1956. 1956. So if I have to say, AI has become more popular today, that is only because of the huge volume of data which is being generated outside, and advanced algorithms are there, and improvements in the computing power and the storage is also there. That is the only reason AI has been developed more, and it has become very popular nowadays. So earlier, AI research in the 1950s, what happened, it explored the topics like problem solving, only problem solving and symbolic methods. Only for that particular reason, in 1950s, AI was used. And then slowly, what happened in 1960s, the US Department of Defense took interest in this type of this type of work, and began training the computers so that the computers can mimic the basic human reasoning. Okay, so for that reason, then they next started with the AI. For example, like the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, which is there. Okay, we call that as an DARP. PA that completed the street mapping projects in early 1970s. And this DARPA produced intelligence personal assistance in 2003 with the help of AI. Okay, personal assistant. So now we have the Siri, Alexa, Cortana. The household names are there, right? Apple Siri, Amazon's Alexa, and Cortana, all those things. So earlier there was a kind of intelligent personal assistance in 2003. Okay, so that was a beginning. Those days were the beginning, and then it started slowly, and then now we are having the Siri. So this early work, what happened? It paved the way for automation nowadays, right? And formal reasoning that we see in the computers today. So including what can the computers do? It can do the decision support system, smart searches system, and that can be designed to complement and augment the human abilities also. And while Hollywood movies and like the science fiction novels, what it is trying to say is that AI as a human-like robots. They are just trying to picturize or depict the AI as a human-like robots that would take over the world, right? The current evaluation of the AI technology isn't that scary nowadays, right? So, or quite that smart also. So, instead, AI has evolved to provide many specific benefits in every industries out there. Okay, so this is a small history about AI, and let us see like why is artificial intelligence very important. Okay, now as in we are going to talk about the artificial intelligence in the cyber security, how it is going to shape the future. We should also know why AI, specifically only AI, not going to the cyber security. Why AI is very important, because we will have to understand AI first, then that is artificial intelligence, and then we can connect it with the other or the tasks which is trying to do. So the first thing why AI is very important is that the AI automates repetitive learning and discovery through the data. Okay, so repetitive learning and discovery through the data. So what is it? So instead of automating the manual task, okay, instead of automating the manual task, what AI does is it performs frequent or a high volume or a computerized task nowadays, and it does so reliably without any fatigue. So if a human is going to do the automation, that is a repetitive task again and again and again, so for how long can we do? Okay, even if he is an active person, he can at least sit for 1 week, 1 month. So after that, what happens? So that is the reason these missions are being, we are just relying on these missions so that it is so reliably and without any fatigue it finishes the task, let it be any high volume of the data. And then of course humans are still essential to set up the systems and ask the right questions, right? So we are there so that we are instructing so the machines can do it. So humans are also important. And then the next reason why AI is important is AI adds intelligence for the existing products. So many products you already use will be improved with the AI capabilities nowadays. Like we have the Siri that was added as a feature to the new generation Apple products. Okay, Apple products. And then the automation conversational platforms, we have the chatbots, smart machines, smart watches, like can be combined with the large amounts of data so that it can improve many technologies out there. And then it can upgrade, like it also it has also been upgraded in many homes and in the workplaces, range from the security intelligence and the smart cameras to investment analysis also. So these are all things which AI has been used because of its intelligence there. And then the third point, we can see that AI adapts through the progressive learning algorithm. So what is this progressive learning algorithm? So this AI adapts through progressive learning algorithms to let the data do the programming. Okay, so AI finds a structure first and the regularities in the data. It finds the pattern in the data so that the algorithm can acquire the skills. So what is AI? It's like basically it is going to learn something from the data, and it is going to do as the automation for automated task for us. So that is being completely programmed there first. So using the algorithms, and then just as an algorithm can teach itself to play chess, it can teach itself what the product to recommend the next online. For example, the Amazon, we have the Amazon, right? So when we are buying something, when we are purchasing something through online with using the Amazon, what happens? It gives us a recommendation. Okay, you have bought the similar item is there here, you can also purchase this. So the recommendation systems are there. So how it is able to give us a recommendation system? Because it is learning from the data, and the model adapts when given a new data. Okay, when somebody is purchasing again something new, it is going to adapt even that particular product, and then it is going to give us a recommendation. Not only Amazon, we can also take an example of let's say we also have the Netflix. So in the Netflix also there is a recommendation. So you might have watched one particular series, let's say a crime series, and then later the next day you come, you just go into the Netflix, and then what happens, it just gives you a recommendation. Okay, you have watched this crime series, you have the similar kind of recommended recommendations for you. So these things, how the recommendation works, these are all behind the AI, like all the data science has been prevailing behind it. So that is also another good use for us in the real world. And then AI analyzes more and the deeper data, right? Because it is analyzing more on the deeper data using the neural network. So how it is trying to analyze the deeper data? So there is a concept called as a neural network that have many hidden layers with it. So like building a fraud detection system with 5 hidden layers used to be very impossible earlier. So all that has changed with incredible computer power and the big data nowadays, and you need a lots of data to train the deep learning models. Okay, so the deep learning models, which is based on the neural networks, because they learn directly from the data. Okay, so how we are going to teach with the help of the deep learning concepts. And then the AI achieves incredibly accuracy. Okay, it achieves an incredible accuracy through the deep neural networks. So deep neural networks, for example, like your interaction with Alexa and Google, are all based on the deep learning. Okay, it's all based on the deep learning, and then these products keep getting more accurate and more use of them. And for example, I can see in the medical field, the AI techniques from the deep learning and the object recognition. There is one something called as object recognition that can now be used to pinpoint the cancer on the medical images with the improved accuracy there. So the accuracy is very important, right? With the proper improved accuracy, it is going to do the object recognition. What kind of cancer is that? So that is another important point, that is it achieves incredible accuracy. And then AI gets the most out of the data. So everything is running behind the data. So AI gets most out of the data. When I have created an algorithm, like when algorithms are like, I have done it for a self learning. When algorithms are self learning, the data itself is an asset for me, and then the answers in the data, the answer is completely in the data, and you just have to apply the AI to find them. So since the role of the data is now more important than ever, okay, since the role of the data is very important than ever, so it can create a competitive advantage. So if you have the best data in a competitive industry, even if everyone is applying the similar techniques, the best data will win. Okay, everybody, everywhere, every domain, they are applying the similar technologies only, techniques only. But then because of your data, what kind of data you have, on that basis, your results will completely differ. Okay, so these are the just few important, 6 important points why AI is very important for us. And then AI, machine learning, and deep learning definitions within the cybersecurity. So as in we have to, we are just concentrating on the cybersecurity part, like how AI and the ML is in the cybersecurity will shape the future. The AI cybersecurity with the support of the machine learning is said to be a very powerful tool in the looming future nowadays. So as with the other industries, the human interaction has been essential, and it has been very irreplaceable in the security. So while cybersecurity currently relies heavily on the human inputs, like we are gradually seeing the technologies becoming better at a specific tasks than we are now. So for every technology improvement which brings us a slightly closer to the closer to supplementing the human rules more effectively. So among these developments are very few researchers are at a very core of everything. So that is what we are going to see here. That is nothing but they are the different AI technologies you should know. Okay, different AI technologies which you should know, not only relating to the cyber security, but whenever you are trying to work with any other domains or any other industry, the main thing, AI has a concept. What all technologies are within AI? AI is just not only AI, that is artificial intelligence. The meaning of AI, it has a deeper technologies, different technologies within it. So That is the same thing which even it has been using, that is the machine learning. We have machine learning, we have deep learning. So we will have a small look into what are those technologies. So we are just going to learn the 5 artificial intelligence technologies which you need to know, very importantly, not only for this cyber security but for all the work which you are trying to do in future in case. And artificial intelligence, as I told you in the beginning, whatever I have told, AI, it is nothing but it makes it very possible for the machines to learn from the experience, okay, adjust to the new inputs. New inputs are nothing but the new data is what we are trying to give, and again it is going to learn the new data and remember it. When I'm trying to give the again the new data, it is going to understand the old data and trying to give the input for our new data. So and it is trying to perform a human like task, that is the artificial intelligence. So most artificial intelligence examples that you hear about today, that we also have seen the examples, chess playing computers, self-driving cars, relying heavily on the deep learning and NLP. So we will also see what is deep learning and NLP further. So the next one is machine learning. Along with the artificial intelligence, the other part is machine learning. So what is machine learning? So machine learning is a method of the data analysis. Okay, it is a method of data analysis that it will automates the analytical model building, and it is a branch of the artificial intelligence. Okay, the main thing which you should understand here is machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence, and based on the idea that the system can learn from the data. Even machine learning is nothing but the system is going to learn from the data itself, and AI is also the same thing. So machine learning is a subset of AI. Okay, machine learning is a subset of AI. Under the AI only we have also the machine learning. So how it is, how the machine learning does, it is also going to understand the ideas that the system can learn from the data. It can identify the patterns in the data and can make decision with minimal human intervention. Okay, minimal human intervention is required for that. In a sense, we will have to create an algorithm, we will have to train the algorithm, we will have to test or validate the algorithm. So then we will get a proper accuracy score, and then I will deploy that algorithm there. So here human intervention is also required. So while artificial intelligence is a broad science of mimicking the human abilities, okay, so artificial intelligence is something which is going to mimic the human abilities. Machine learning is something which is going to completely rely on the data alone. Like machine learning is a specific subset of AI that trains a machine how to learn. Machine learning is something, it is just going to train a machine how to learn, and then artificial intelligence is something, it is going to mimic the human abilities. The main difference you should try to understand here. So here are like few widely used examples of the machine learning applications you may be familiar with. So let's say, for example, the heavily hyped self-driving Google cars are there, and the essence of machine learning is there in that. And then online recommendation system offers like the Amazon and the Netflix is there. Machine learning applications for everyday life. And then we also have the machine learning combined with the linguistic rule creation. So what is that? Knowing what customers are saying about you on the Twitter. Okay, what customers are saying about you on the Twitter. That is trying to understand the linguistic rule creation over there. And then one of the most obvious important use in our world today, that is a fraud detection. It is very important, that is fraud detection. And then we have deep learning. Okay, so this is a small examples about the machine learning. Now we have deep learning. So what is deep learning? Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So what is machine learning? Machine learning was a subset of artificial intelligence, AI. Now deep learning is a subset of ML, that is machine learning. Okay, that trains a computer to perform a human-like tasks, like I have a speech recognition. Whenever I speak something, it is going to recognize what is that, image identification and prediction making. And these all things, the speech recognition, understanding our different, like we have in our world, while if we see globally, if we try to see, there are lots of languages out there, right? So it is, whenever humans try to speak, it is trying to understand our speech, our voice. It is trying to understand, recognize our voice recognition systems are there, voice assistant systems are there, speech recognition, image identification. So lots of people are there, the population in the population, the one particular face recognition system, like I can identify who are you immediately. So how is all that possible? So it's like it's all possible because of this technology which is called as deep learning, which is based on the neural networks. Okay, so what will this deep learning do? It will improve the ability to classify, it will improve the ability to recognize, detect and describe using the data. It will go deep, that is the name, it is called as deep learning. It will go in depth to understand, to classify, to detect and describe your data. So the current interest in deep learning is due, like in part, to the buzz surrounding artificial intelligence. Like think about everyday systems like Siri we have, Cortana we have. So these are powered in a part by a deep learning only. Okay, so the deep learning changes how you think about representing the problems that you are solving. Okay, so in case if you are not able to understand what is the what can I do with the data, what is the data I'm having, you're being given a data, what can I do with the data? So it is trying to give you the problems that you are solving this. So with the deep learning, the data trains the computer through the deep learning neural networks. Okay, neural network algorithms to learn on its own by recognizing the patterns. It is going to learn on its own. So when I told machine learning, what did I say? A small human intervention is required there. Right, a small human intervention is being required. But when it comes to the deep learning, it is going to learn on its own by recognizing the patterns using the layer processing, that is the neural network. So if you are someone like who's never heard of the deep learning, okay, so you may be wondering how all this works, right? Because when I'm trying to say something, because I'm expressing in a very good way, but you might have been thinking, what is happening, why is she trying to put in so much of effort? So let's say you create a tool that differentiates parsley from the cilantro. So it is going to differentiate between these two, parsley and the cilantro. So the two totally different herbs, they are the two totally different herbs. So with machine learning, you would need to tell the tool, that is a human intervention is coming there. You would need to tell the tool which characteristics can be differentiated, whether the color or the leaf type. So in this case, it would be the leaf type. So because it is a herb, right? So it would be the leaf type. But with the deep learning, you don't have to do that. Okay, you don't have to do the characteristics. You don't have to tell the characteristics. We call this as a feature engineering. Okay, we call this as a feature engineering or feature extraction. Okay, the feature extraction. So in the machine learning, you will have to guide the machine by telling this is a feature of that particular data. But when it comes to the deep learning, it's like you don't have to give in the that particular instructions. The deep learning, the features are already singled out by the neural networks. So it will just go in depth, in inside, and then it is going to differentiate the characteristics. So this is all done through an automated and unsupervised learning process. Without any supervision, the deep learning is going to work. So the promise of the deep learning is that it can lead to predictive systems. It is going to predict, right? Predictive systems, that it will generalize well, it will adapt well, it will continuously improve as a new data which is going to arrive in the future. So instead of organizing the data to run through the predefined equations, what happens is deep learning sets up a basic parameter about the data, and it will train the computer to learn on its own by recognizing the pattern used by many layers of the processing, that is through the neural network. Okay, so I'm not just going to go in depth here. I'm just going to give you an overview of what are these. And then artificial intelligence, in which we have the next technology, that is nothing but called as natural language processing. So what is this natural language processing, NLP? So it's like NLP. Without NLP, AI is not there. So what is this NLP, natural language processing? It is a branch of artificial intelligence that helps the computers understand or interpret and manipulate the human language. Okay, it is going to manipulate the human language. So NLP helps the computers to communicate with the humans in their own language. As I told you, in the global level, there are lots of different languages out there. So in their own language, it is going to help the computers communicate with the humans. So we all know the computers understands it is a machine language. So computers understands only the numbers, zeros and binary, 0 and 1. But what is there when a person is trying to talk something? How it is trying to recognize that? So let's say we have the Siri or Alexa or something, any kind of voice assistants we are trying to have. So what are those voice assistants? Like, they are the software agents that can interpret the human speech and respond via the synthesized voices. So we have the Apple Siri, Amazon Alexa, Microsoft Cortana, Google assistants are there. These are the most popular voice assistants which is embedded in smartphones or the home speakers also for us. Right. So how are these trying to say, for example, I say Siri, play the song for me. So my voice is reaching there, the language has been reaching there, my voice has been converted to a text, and then the text is being processed. So how all my text, that is a human language, is being converted to a machine readable language, machine understandable language. So that is being all done with the help of the NLP, natural language processing technology. So this NLP helps the computers communicate with the humans in their own language, making it possible for the computers to read the text, to hear the speech, to interpret it, and to measure the sentiment and determine which parts are important. As I told you, one more point I left out earlier, that is measure the sentiment. The NLP will also try to understand whether, when you are trying to speak, whether you are in a good mood, or the emotions, the good mood, or you are in a bad mood, or in a neutral mode. So these all things NLP will try to understand. So it is going to measure the sentiment and determine which parts are good. So you might be thinking, how can a machine understand a sentiment? How can it understand a good mood or a bad mood? So it's like, it is the improvement, that is the technology which has been there nowadays. So the human language is like complex and diverse, right? It is very, very complex and diverse. Not every language is bit easy. Even we ourselves, we just know only few, 4 or 5 languages, most probably, like most it cannot go more than 5 languages, in case if you know many other languages also. But the human languages which are there outside are very complex and very diverse also. So we express ourselves in a infinite ways, like both verbally and even through the writing, even in the writing also. So not only there are like hundreds of languages, hundreds of languages and the dialects are there which are there, but if, within each language there is a unique set of grammar also, right? Unique set of grammar and the syntax rules which is there, the terms and the slang of what we try to speak. And like when we write, so these are all things for the reading. So but when we come to writing, we often misspell or abbreviate is there, abbreviate words are there, or we sometimes omit the punctuation marks. And then when we speak, we have the regional accent with us. So according to our region where we are staying, we have that accent. And then we mumble, we stutter. So whenever I talk, sometimes I just use in between, right? I just take a small break by using some people, when they want to take a break, they just try to use another words. For example, in the 800 words of the sentence, they just add 10 times or more than 50 times okay, 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 okay in between. So these are the things which are called as a these are called as a mumble and the stutter, and borrow the terms from the other languages also. So while supervised and the unsupervised learning and specifically deep learning are now widely used, right? And they are now widely used for modeling the human language. There's also a need for the syntactic and the semantic understanding and the domain expertise. Okay, there is the specific word syntactic and the semantic understanding of the domain expertise, that is very important and not necessarily present in these missions which is learning the approaches. So NLP is very important because it will try to resolve the ambiguity in your language and adds useful numeric structure to the data. So whatever you are trying to talk, it is going to add a useful numeric structure to that particular speech or a writing or a text what you're trying to give, and that numeric structure is being read by the machine. Okay, that is what NLP will try to do. So it will give a proper structure to the data for many downstream applications such as the speech recognition systems or the text analytics which is out there. So this is all about the natural language processing, which is very, very important as a part of the AI, artificial intelligence technology. And then we have the computer vision. So what is computer vision nowadays? So it's like it is a field of AI, artificial intelligence, that trains the computers to interpret and understand the visual world outside. Okay, everything we cannot just rely only on the images and everything. What is going to happen in the visual world, right? And then how it is trying to understand and interpret the visual world using the digital images from the cameras and the videos and the deep learning models. So here also the deep learning models will be applied. The machines can accurately identify and classify the objects, and then they react to what they see. Okay, whenever, and it will react to what this is, from recognizing faces to processing the live action of the football game, and then computer vision rivals and surpasses the human visual abilities in many areas which is outside. And if I have to say, computer vision today, there are a number of factors which have coverage to bring about like in the computer vision, that is mobile technology with built-in cameras are there, has saturated the world with the photos and the videos. We all know that that is a real world scenario. Computer power has become more affordable and easily accessible nowadays. Hardware designed for the computer vision and analysis is more widely available, and new algorithms like convolutional neural network in the AI, artificial intelligence, there is the algorithm which is called as convolutional neural network. Okay, convolutional neural network that can take advantage of the hardware and the software capabilities. That is it, the effects of these advances in the computer vision field have been astounding. Like it is very mesmerizing, so that the accuracy rate for the object identification and classification have gone from 50% to 99% in less than a decade nowadays. Okay, it has like 99%, it can identify what is that, what is it, who is that. And today's systems are more accurate than the humans at quickly detecting and reacting to the visual inputs. Okay, so that is we many image recognition systems are there. So even in the medical field, like the hospitals or the during the surgeries, they have specific visual cameras which is in such a manner where it has been inserted into our body systems to check if there is a minute hole in our body, like in our organs, or any kind of what type of cancer it is. So it is there, the cameras are like that kind of accuracy is being there in the part. So that is also one of the technology which is being used in the artificial intelligence, that is visual, that is computer vision. Sorry, it is called as computer vision over there. And then, so these are all the few technologies which you should know when it comes to the AI. Now we are just moving to what are the challenges faced by the cybersecurity industries. Okay, we are just come to our main topic. So if you have understood about AI and everything, now we are just going back to what are the challenges which are faced by the cybersecurity industries out there. So like whenever we say the impact of this artificial intelligence on the businesses, customers, and the cyber criminals can be seen as both beneficial and detrimental. Okay, so like AI has enabled us to develop a useful tools such as speech recognition, example Siri, search engines like Google, and facial recognition software like the Facebook, and everything is there. So additionally, some financial institutions are using this AI to prevent the fraudulent activities and save billions of dollars annually also, right? And then, however, the use of this AI in the cybersecurity raises the question about its potential as a tool for either enhancing or compromising the digital security for the computers. Like we should also know what are the challenges the cybersecurity industry is facing. So the cybersecurity comes with its set of unique challenges, like which includes the broad attack surface. There is a broad attack surface, hundreds of devices to protect in each organization. Every organization have their own documents or the files which should be protected. So hundreds of devices to protect in each organization, hundreds of attack vectors that cyber criminal can exploit. or a significant shortage of skilled security professionals to handle the growing demands which is out there, massive amounts of data that have surpassed the human scale processing capacity, so that making a daunting task to analyze and make sense of it. So AI, artificial intelligence, is playing an increasingly important role in the cybersecurity for both good and the bad. Okay, for both good and bad. So using the artificial intelligence, I can do both good and bad. Pros and cons are also there. So the organization can leverage the latest AI based tools to better detect the threats which has been happening and protect their systems and the data resources. That is thing, like I don't want my system to be hacked by anyone. I don't want my documents to be hacked by anyone. So these are all the things. My resources should be very safe, but the cyber criminals can also use the technology to launch more sophisticated attacks. So as in a cyber security word is there, cyber criminals are also there. So who are those cyber criminals? They are the people who are hacking the systems, who are making the trouble for us. So they also know the AI technology. So that is what they are trying to say. AI is for both good and for both bad, good and bad both. So the rise in the cyber attacks is helping to fuel the growth in the market for the AI based security products nowadays. Like in July 2022 report by this Acumen Research and Consulting says that the global market was $14.9 billion in 2021 and is estimated to reach like $133.8 billion by 2030. Okay, see the dollar, the range between 14.9 to 133.81. So the cyber security products are going to increase more and more. So this increasing number of attacks, such as like distributed denial of service, there are lots of attacks, cyber attacks, that is called as distributed denial of service, and the data breaches, that is making the data changes to the data, many of them extremely costly for an organized impacted organizations, are generating a need for more sophisticated solutions nowadays. So another driver of market growth was a COVID-19. So this COVID-19 pandemic and the shift to remote work. Okay, and the shift to remote work, according to the report. So this forced many of the companies to put an increased focus on the cyber security. Okay, so everybody started working from home and nobody is there in the office and organization industry. Because of that situation, what happened? The cyber security products and the people wanting for the cyber security had become more and more from that particular situation, and the use of the tools provided by the AI to more effectively find and stop the attacks, they started using the artificial intelligence powered tools more. So looking ahead, the trends such as the growing adoption of the internet of things which is there and the rising number of connected devices are expected to fuel the market. Like the same Acumen report says that the growing use of this cloud-based security service. We have also seen the cloud-based security service could also provide opportunities for the new users of the artificial intelligence for the cyber security which is out there. And this AI, the challenges, along with the challenges, the as the cyber attacks grow volume and the complexity, the artificial intelligence is helping under the resourced security operation analyst stay ahead of the to be ahead of the threats out there. So curating the threat intelligence from millions of research papers, blogs, and the news stories, this AI technology like the machine learning and the natural language processing provides rapid insights to cut through the noise of the daily alerts, drastically reducing the response time. Also, because when the cyber attack or the cyber criminal is trying to threat us, what happens? The response time also should be quick, right? So we cannot wait for more time, because if we wait for more time, the document, the data breaches, all everything happens immediately. So the response time also should be very very quick. Only the response time, if the response time is less, then only the AI based tools for the cyber security is being selected for the work. So now, what are the AI scopes of artificial intelligence in the cybersecurity? What are the different scopes for the artificial intelligence in the cybersecurity? So the artificial intelligence has many advantages and disadvantages, as I told you, in the cybersecurity. On one hand, it improves the analysis, understanding, and the prevention of the cybercrime, enhancing the safety of the companies and the customers. However, what is happening is AI can be resource intensive and not always practical. Okay, it is just a resource intensive. It is not always practical, and it can also be used by the cyber criminals to improve their attacks. So this is the main thing which we should always understand when we are trying to work in the cyber security. It is like we are fighting our own enemies. Like we also AI, our AI, we also know how the AI works using the how the cyber security works using the AI. They also know how to attack using the AI technology itself. So one industry that benefits from AI is the VPNs, as the machine learning allows them to protect the users from online threat which is posed by the artificial intelligence. Among the types of the products that use the artificial intelligence are the antivirus, anti-malware, so the data loss prevention, fraud detection, anti-fraud, identity and access management are there, intrusion detection prevention is there, and then we have the risk and the compliance management. See, so these are all the products that use the AI for the cyber threats. And most interestingly, we can see the behavioral analysis tools increasingly using the artificial intelligence. That is behavioral analysis tools. By that, like if I mean that the tools analyzing the data to determine the behavior of the hackers. That is interesting, right? So even though they are using an artificial intelligence, cyber criminals are using the artificial intelligence, there is one something called as behavioral analysis tools for us. Okay, we along with the AI, using the AI behavioral analysis tool using the AI. So this AI behavioral analysis tool will try to determine the behavior of the hacker to see if there is a pattern to their attacks. So everybody will have their pattern, how they are attacking or doing the threats, and what is their timing. So that behavior we will try to understand, not only their timing, their behavior or their pattern, their method of attack will also be different. So in the cyber security, their method of attack will also be different, and how the hackers move when inside the systems. And gathering such intelligence can be highly valuable to the defenders. That can be done with the help of the artificial intelligence, that is called as behavioral analysis tools using AI. Okay, so these all will be whatever I'm trying to say, how it is trying to understand the hacker, method of the hacker, how he's going to attack, how he's going to use the timing, and how the hackers move inside. So all these things it will have, we can identify on the basis of the technologies that we have seen, the 5 technologies, that is machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and the computer vision. These all things will help us to understand those technologies over there. And then we are just trying to see the next part, that is benefits of using the artificial intelligence in cybersecurity. So I'm just coming slow, one by one. So we have understood the scope, what is it, cybersecurity, the threat and the fraudulence is being faced by the cybersecurity. And then now we are just going on to the scope. We have learned the scope, and now we are learning the benefits of using the AI in the cybersecurity. So what are the benefits if I use the artificial intelligence in cybersecurity? First point, AI learns more over the time. Okay, more, AI learns more over the time. So the artificial intelligence uses the machine learning and deep learning techniques to analyze the network behavior and identify the deviations or the security incidents from the norm. And then this allows for immediate response and enhances the future security measures by blocking the potential threats with similar threats. Any similar threats are there, it is going to block that particular threat over there. So this AI's constant learning process also makes it challenging. So every time a new hacker is coming, the AI will try to learn that new hackers timing and the method immediately, and then it is going to become a very challenging for the hackers to outsmart its intelligence over there. And then the next one is artificial intelligence identifies unknown threats also. So known threats also and unknown threat also. So what is this? Identifying all potential threats to a company can be overwhelming for us, like due to the ever changing tactics of the hackers. So the hacker, we also know the hacker, the cyber criminals also has the knowledge of artificial intelligence. And when we know the cyber criminals know the artificial intelligence, he might also have known the behavioral analysis tool is also present in the AI. So what happens? He will try to change the method of his hacking, right? So the tactics and the of the hackers and the method of the hacker will be identified by the AI. So this makes it very crucial to adopt the modern solutions like AI to effectively identify and prevent the unknown threats also, which can cause severe damage if it is undetected, right? And then the next point is that AI can handle a lot of data. Yeah, like lots and lots of data. The company's network generates a vast amount of traffic, making it a very difficult for the cybersecurity personnel to manually review all the activity for potential threats outside there. So the AI technology automatically scans and identifies the disguised threats, streamlining the detection process and enhancing the protection over there. And then better vulnerability management is there. So what is this better vulnerability management? So AI is essential in managing the network vulnerabilities, like given the daily threats company faces outside there. So it analyzes the existing security measures to identify the weak points, enabling the business to focus on the critical security tasks and improve the problem solving abilities and secure the business system faster than the cybersecurity personnel outside there. And then we have duplicate process reduce. So what is this called? Duplicate process reduce. This is nothing but it can handle the monotonous and repetitive security tasks that can cause the cybersecurity personnel to become complacent. And it detects and prevents the basic security threats regularly and performs thorough analysis to identify the potential security holes which is there. And we also have the accelerates detection and response time. As I told you, response time is very important. Integrating the AI with the cyber security enables quick detection and response to the threats, saving your company from irreversible damages to your company. So the AI scans the entire system, identifies the threats early, and it simplifies the security task compared to the humans also. Security authentication. What is security authentication? Security authentication is nothing but websites, right? Websites with user account features or contact forms containing sensitive information require an additional security layer of protection. So whenever we are just logging into a particular website, there it is asking for our details and everything, whether it is going to check we are just safe or not. So for that reason only, we should always use it with our account. So AI provides this security layer by using the tools like facial recognition is there, and then the fingerprint scanners are there to secure the authentication during the login attempts. So this helps to detect the fraudulent login attempts and prevent the credential stuffing and the brute force attacks, which could lead to the potential security breach on your network which is there. We also have this AI which eliminates the time consuming tasks which is over there. So what is this AI eliminates time consuming tasks? So this AI in the cybersecurity eliminates the time consuming task done manually by the human experts. So it scans the vast data and it will try to identify the potential threat in the data and reduces the false positive by filtering out the non-threatening activities. So false positive, it's something like simply when another person is trying to do something, it shouldn't take it as a that mission. However, it is AI is a mission. It shouldn't be concluded as a threat over there, right? So this helps the human experts focus on the more critical security tasks over there. Okay, so then we have the battling bots. So what is the battling bots? So bots are growing threat in the cybersecurity, used for like malicious activities like spreading malware and stealing the data. So AI can recognize and block the bots by identifying their patterns, creating more security over there, and deploying the honeypots, like honeypots to trap them. So these are all the things which are there when it comes to the artificial intelligence with us. So that, like, these are the few benefits of using the artificial intelligence in cyber security. So I would wish to stop here and then continue with the day 2 session. So few things we have learned, that is the benefits of artificial in the cyber security. And then in the next session we are just going to learn about what artificial intelligence and the machine learning can do for cyber security, and with the examples, that is few examples of the cyber security and the, with machine learning and artificial intelligence, and specifically machine learning. Okay, along with the AI, as we have seen that machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, there is a separate thing where machine learning is used in cybersecurity, not AI. Machine learning is used in cybersecurity. So how it is being used? So there is data classifying, data clustering, recommended course of action, possibility synthesis. So these are all the things which is there. We are going to see how the machine learning is used in the cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence is used in the cybersecurity, with a good example for us to understand the process of artificial intelligence and machine learning, along with the NLP, natural language processing technologies. Okay, so here I would like to stop and continue in the day 2 session tomorrow in the same time.